very briefly, you said to us just a few minutes ago that this was their concern, that they thought after the first tower went that the second one was vulnerable.
The entire building was collapsed.
Building just collapsed.
We're going to leave because the smoke is coming right at us.
Obviously, this is a devastating development.
They're gone. The World Trade Center is no more.
We do not know at this point the extent of injuries or casualties, how many people were in these buildings.
Evaluation and what else you're able to see from your vantage point.
Well, Michael, we have seen the entire lower half of Manhattan just completely covered in smoke, debris, dust. Everything well south of Canal Street is just completely and covered in this smoke and dust at this time. There is not anything recognizable of what were the two trade towers, nothing standing out from those clouds of dust at this time.
Oh, my goodness.
We understand the school.
We believe now that we can say that portions of both towers of the World Trade Center have collapsed.
I saw the second one.
There was constant intelligence that terrorist organizations, and specifically that financed by Osama bin Laden, was trying to mount another series of attacks against the United States. Of course, they thought of the symbolic targets. The most symbolic was the World Trade Center because it had been attacked yet not brought down. And
Or 8 seconds, as it was all falling.
We do not know at this point.
What has happened in Lower Manhattan, almost unfathomable. An apparent terrorist attack. 2 planes deliberately crashed, we believe, into the twin towers of the World Trade Center. Now, these are pictures from just moments ago. Earlier, one World Trade Center collapse. Now you can see the collapse of the second tower. It is almost incomprehensible to believe that these two 110-story towers, there you see it, just collapsing into the ground, are no longer part of the skyline of Manhattan.
I'll help you.
What?
Left arm.
What?
Okay, right now.
Rose Arcee, one of our CNN producers, is on the phone. Rose, what do you got?
I'm about a block away, and there were several people that were hanging out the windows right below where the plane crashed, when suddenly you saw the top of the building start to shake, and people began leaping from the windows in the north side of the building. You saw 2 people at first plummet, and then a third one, and then the entire top of the building just blew up, and splinters of debris are falling on the street. Where I'm right now, there's a thick plume of smoke, and you can see crowds of people, including emergency service workers and police officers, running from the scene, screaming. And there's a school nearby where there were kids in the schoolyard. That has been emptied out, and they're running up the street now, too.
Pictures of the World Trade Center were just a few minutes ago, within the last minute, actually, the second twin tower collapsed. Just to recap, if you're just joining us, around 8:42 Eastern Time this morning here in New York City, a plane crashed into the right twin tower of the World Trade Center about 2/3 of the way up.
it seems that those concerns that even caused the World Trade Center to hire a senior FBI counterterrorism official just weeks ago to try and beef up security have come home to roost. It's also interesting to say that there is no type of security
which would have prevented against this today. Well,
Nothing.
that may not That's, I'm going to say that may not all be able to be true because security operates in waves and concentric circles out around the world. Now we've lost the picture from there. So now
Trying to get out, we've seen some gut-wrenching.
Oh, people are running away. They're running away.
People hanging out of windows.
What are they going to do? You guys got to run away.
You see the obvious.
Look at the plume.
All right, let's go to ABC News right now.
I think it's going to be blown away from us. No, it's the wind is being blown away.
Horrific, incredible, not to be believed. Tuesday morning, we're looking at live.
In the area reporting that the children were there. At last report, the children were safe. They're saying that the parents, if you can get there, and in this, frankly, it'd be quite difficult. The schools are under a lockdown. The children are not allowed to leave unless the parents come to get them. But we have heard word that the children are okay. The casualties here are far, we don't even want to speculate.
No,
we do
we
have
can't.
reporters at St. Vincent.
Yes, it is gone. Both towers of the World Trade Center have been destroyed.
Audrey, we need to interrupt you right now because of pressing developments taking place in New York where things have gotten even worse. And there you see the Twin Towers. Both towers now have apparently collapsed.
All these people running away.
This happens every day, right, in the Middle East? You think to yourself, how lucky we are. We've never had this horrible thing.
So true. You're right.
And just imagine living. Masaki went through all of this during the war. All his house was, bombed. And
Oh, really?
Get in, here comes the cloud. The cloud is coming. Keep going. Go. Get inside. It's going to jump right over this building. It's going to jump over the building. Here it comes. It's going to jump right over this building. Get in here. Come on. Get in here, Marty.
I lost network IFD.
Suddenly you saw the top of the building start to shake, and people began leaping from the windows in the north side of the building. You saw two people first plummet, and then the third one, and then the entire top of the building just...
Shit. Yeah, I saw that.
There you have pictures in downtown New York. In the area, I think, from what I can see, near the World Trade Center, one of the towers has collapsed. Both towers have now collapsed.
Yeah. Get us out of here. Come on, guys. Back to the out. Let's see what opens up here. Get out. Bye.
Rescue workers. There you see. I don't understand, and I would be very anxious to hear in the future the forensics of this situation. But both towers. This is an unbelievable day. Both towers of the World Trade Center are now gone.
I'm calling from Phoenix. I just wanted to give you guys a kid's perspective. I got a 9-year-old sister that just called me and asked me, why do people hate the Americans?
Well, because we have everything, and we have a way of life that's organized and free, and they're jealous. I mean, it's an easy question to answer.
Yeah.
We have it all.
Said, honey, I'm sorry you have to witness stuff like this.
Because these other countries live in fear of their leaders.
It's unbelievable.
They're raised to hate. And we have to now recognize...
And they make us responsible for all of their misery.
You know, it's no different than when you were a kid growing up and you were beaten. I mean, it's you either take out those that beat you or you accept it and the behavior continues.
Right.
All right, Manhattan announcing any division or any staff chief at the scene of the World Trade Center, okay? Any division chief or any staff chief at the scene of any of the World Trade Centers, okay? The Mobile Command Center, okay?
What command to Manhattan, okay? Engine 26 acting at the command post of Manhattan. Mobile Command Center to Manhattan, okay?
Alright, Mobile Command Center, what chief do you have at your Mobile Command Center, okay?
Negative on anything, okay? Right now we're all alone. The second building came down. I can't see him. So we have no contact with anybody at this time, okay?
Jerry, I'm in the pizza shop!
Oh, really? You know, this is the documentarian in me that feels like I need to record this.
You have to do that again. Just think.
Oh, look at like all the ashes. It looks like it's snowing. There's people getting onto the west side now, onto the walkway.
Just completely.
Repeated.
Open the door!
Anybody have any entry tools? You got any
No
tools
other
out
way.
there? Here comes the dust.
Hundreds must be gone.
These are the emergency workers who are coming back. It was just about 10 minutes ago that we described to you the possibility of that North Tower collapsing. About 5 minutes after we went off the air, it did collapse. Once again, we have no idea at this point the loss of life. I can only tell you there were hundreds of emergency workers down there, about 5 or 6 blocks. It took probably about, I would say, no more than 50 or 60 seconds for that dust cloud, dust and smoke, to literally make it the 5 or 6 blocks up here and begin to envelop us, at which point we started to move out of the way. There were literally dozens and dozens of firemen who were trying to run past us. In fact, our cameraman even put one of the captains in his car and drove him down to a command post.
Teterboro, I just forgot what you said.
I mean, I came up here 5 minutes ago getting ready to talk about which markets may be closing around the world, but now this is just becoming
they're irrelevant. This is...
Oh, my goodness.
There you see the building imploding. Do you see what's happening?
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
what would cause that? I don't know.
Well, you have, I mean...
ESU-2, okay, what do you want my Harvey to respond? Hey, units, check these radios. Crime scene base.
Is that a policeman? Fireman? 10.
Crime scene unit to land off.
Hold this.
Just a few moments ago, as we said, and perhaps 20 minutes after the first tower collapsed, we turned around and saw what looked like sparks falling, and then the top part of tower number 1 collapsing.
Somebody better close the door. We're in the dusting bin.
It's gonna be 2 something units, slice or something, guys.
What are we going to do? Keys to these fucking doors. Get everybody in here. Shut that door. Open the door for us.
John Zito is an MSNBC producer. He lives in Lower Manhattan. He's on the phone with us now. John, where are you and what can you see?
I can't see much. I can't see more of about 3 feet in front of my face. All the debris and soot from the second tower is just showering down. There's paper and just black soot. I'm outside a bank, and a bunch of people are inside in the lobby taking cover.
Where exactly are you in relation to where the Twin Towers stood, John?
I'm about, I'd say, 15 to 20 blocks away. I'm at the Bowling Green subway station. I know that doesn't mean much to people who aren't from New York, but it's in the downtown area. A very popular place where a lot of commuters come in and out.
Well, you know, as Robin pointed out, for a year now, they've all been saying, well, bin Laden's is preparing a big attack on the United States. I don't know if it's bin Laden on this particular thing, but once I hear he's preparing an attack, level the country he lives in. Yeah. They're protecting him.
Exactly.
Why do we care? We're a country that has it all. Now's the time to level. There's too many people in the world anyway. Level them out.
Was that just the force of the heat crumbling the building, or was that a bomb?
Yeah, I'm okay. That's the second big sprint.
Everybody in one room, now! I was in this before, I know what it's like. When the first people left, the dust followed us like a firebomb.
And you can see now whether that was an explosion or exactly what happened that caused that second tower to collapse. We cannot tell you.
And at this point, I can't imagine we're getting any word anytime soon.
I think we're safe. Here I think I'm on safe ground, Bill. I don't think this was clearly the way the structure is collapsing. This was the result of something that was planned. It's not accidental that the first tower just happened to collapse and then the second tower just happened to collapse in exactly the same way. How they accomplished this, we don't know. But clearly this is what they wanted to accomplish.
Out of the World Trade Center building.
I'm just thinking people the body parts, that's what I'm thinking to myself.
Oh, God.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Oh, my God.
I'm just so sad.
I know.
Now, obviously, listen, the most important thing is that you stay safe, John, and that you get to an area where you feel that you may be most secure. Were you able to feel the collapse of that second tower?
The second tower, no, but the first tower that went down, I was very close, I'd say about 5 blocks away. And CNBC's Ron and Anna and I were trying to hook up with the truck or find any NBC contact down there. And we were very close when that tower came down, and the debris came showering down, and Ron and I both ran for cover. I managed to get inside an alcove of a building, and all the scaffolding around collapsed in front of me and broke the window next to me, and I climbed inside that and stayed in there for about 10 minutes. I couldn't get out of there. It was pitch black outside. And I haven't... hold on. I'm all right.
What'd you see?
everything. I saw chaos. It's just chaos out here. It really is. So the Twin Towers fall. It's amazing. It's crazy. I can't believe this shit is happening. I really can't. It's nightmares. Armageddon right here. That's it.
What's your name and how do you spell it?
Peter Rodriguez. Rodriguez.
Where do you work?
Embassy, the hotel, Embassy Suite.
How's the hotel?
Oh man, I can't even see it right now. Hopefully it looks like we're gonna have engineers are gonna have a lot of work to do. A lot of work, and hopefully all those families are all right. Oh my God, this is crazy. I'm distraught right now. Sorry. I can't talk. This is crazy. Oh, this is insane.
This is a huge deal for the city.
It's not just the city, this is our country, man.
Yeah, this is our
World
country.
Trade Center and the Pentagon and everything else. This is scary.
That is unfucking real.
Wow. You need to read this. Region Commander has declared that we can shoot down tracks that do not respond to our direction. Okay. I'll pass out the weapons. Okay. The Region Commander has declared that we can shoot down aircraft that do not respond to our direction. Copy that?
Copy that, sir.
So if you're trying to divert somebody and he won't divert,
P.O.'s saying no.
no? Came over the chat. Fox, you got a conflict on that? You got a conflict on that direction?
Right now, no. But
Okay. Okay. You read that from the Vice President, right? Vice President has cleared.
Vice President has cleared us to intercept tracks. You know what they do? Shoot them down if they do not respond first on RCC.
Coming this way, we got one lane.
Let's go!
Clear the area!
Tell me what you heard, what you saw.
Well, excuse me, I was over there just meeting with some of my customers. I'm a defense contractor, and we were standing around watching the CNN report on the World Trade Center incident when we felt a jolt, something along the lines I would suspect of like a minor tremor, and then a strong gust of air went through the hallways. Immediately after that, someone in the hallway started yelling, "Get out of the building now!"
Panic inside there?
Excuse me?
Was there panic inside there?
Yeah, it got fairly chaotic quickly as everyone was trying to run down the narrow corridors there on the D ring to get to an exit.
Mobile command to this is Battalion 4 Alpha. I have dozens and dozens of firemen. We're at the bulkhead on the Hudson River side of the World Trade Center. We have medical emergencies. We have EMS on the team treating possible heart attacks. We're in the process of getting some kind of a roll call. We're going to try to keep the units together here, Kate.
10-4. Mobile command, sir.
Stand by, Manhattan.
10-4.
The people who you see here are pretty much all emergency workers. Many of them that I have seen in the last 2 to 3 minutes, quite frankly, are coming out of here, and remember this, these are professionals. They're coming out of there looking literally stunned, in shock, many of them, struggling for breath, obviously in serious distress. Breathing problems are the biggest problem for those who manage to make it safely out of that area down below us. You can't see much more than a block south of me right now, and the World Trade Center probably stands about 10 blocks south of where I am at this moment. And as you can see now, the dust is beginning to pick up here. It really depends on which way the wind blows as to whether or not we get heavy dust or not. But at this point, I can tell you that in the first few minutes, emergency workers were trying just basically to get out of there, to survive. You could see that written in their faces. The situation was so desperate, they just wanted to get out of there.
I just find the winters
like especially in
wireless doesn't work.
summer.
Yeah.
There's just a few houses, maybe 200 houses or something that stay year-round.
Gonna make Afghanistan and
Palestine.
Palestine a parking lot.
Big bombs are gonna fall. I mean, this is just... See, the thing is, if it's a terrorist organization, there's no central base, you know? They're just gonna have to...
They can't retaliate then, right?
Yeah. Well, they can, but it's... I mean, what? Who do you...
But it wasn't the country itself, it was a terrorist.
Yeah, it was a terrorist group. I think it's gonna end up in some sort of a political coup, or...
How many millions of people just...
You believe this, Mr. Garrett?
It's certainly of great concern, I guess.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly, I guess.
God. Oh my God.
You see On the Beach? Did you see that movie?
No. What was it?
The nuclear war.
Oh God, I'm glad I didn't.
You're okay, John?
I'm okay.
Okay.
Actually, I'm being ushered out of here right now. They're sending me inside the building.
And who is doing that? Are police on the scene?
Hello?
John, are police on the scene? Who is moving you?
It was a New York City police officer, and he just sort of gone on his way and left me now. So I'm the only one on the street at the moment.
You're the only one on the street. Well, John, obviously, get to a safe place. But tell us, is the smoke starting to clear? Are you able to see anything more at this point? And literally, the streets are deserted.
I'm standing across the street, and I'm staring at a walk, don't walk, blinking sign. And so the street couldn't be more than 10 yards across. I can barely make out the blinking don't walk sign.
John, hold on right there. Thank you.
Let's go to WNBC and...
All right, let's find out what's going on, man. I ain't gonna hang out here all day.
You realize we're just one of like a million.
I know. Yeah.
Now, many of them are beginning to regroup. A couple of them asked me where their commander might be. They're trying to get together and go back in there and try to take care of the people who obviously are in serious trouble. There's no other way to describe it. The language here, at times, if I slip into language which seems a little melodramatic, forgive me, but this is a circumstance which is very, very difficult to describe in many ways without sounding melodramatic.
4 Alpha, Manhattan case. 4 Alpha. We have a medical emergency, possible heart attack, fireman. We're on the bulkhead. Yes, requesting oxygen for the fireman. Okay, any unit, hear me? Come to the bulkhead on the Hudson River side of the World Trade Center.
10-4. Copy that. We are going to Teterboro. They want us to land. Yeah, they want us to land. They want everybody out of here, apparently. I told them we're going to Teterboro.
Howard.
Yeah.
I'm on actually on the Jersey side, looking into New York City from Weehawken and Boulevard East.
Yeah.
You can literally, it looks like a volcano.
It does. That's what I'm seeing. It's a volcano all over Manhattan.
It's Hiroshima. It looks like, or something from a natural disaster. An earthquake, a volcano, something.
Just my lunch. It's okay. You can use mine. If you want to go back, we can.
Downtown Bruce, can you hear us?
Yes, Andrea. I would describe it as kind of quiet chaos here. Many of the buildings have been evacuated in downtown, and there are thousands of people out on the street trying to figure out how to get home. There are long lines next to the parking garages as people try and get their cars and get out of downtown. Around the executive mansion, people evacuated from the White House grounds, and they're setting up a rather wide perimeter around there, at least down as far as 15th Street on one side there. The uniformed Secret Service Officers have been putting out yellow tape and refusing to let anybody get near the White House Treasury Department complex in that area. And a lot of people who were working on the White House grounds in the surrounding office buildings kind of walking around with shocked looks on their faces. A lot of rumors flying around here. So far, no specific incidents downtown, but many emergency crews running around and heading in various directions, trying to deal with anything that might crop up. I actually saw 2 paramedic units from Walter Reed Hospital coming all the way down here downtown to kind of station themselves and prepare for whatever might happen. Advice for people who are watching and might have business downtown, don't. Yeah. Do not come down here. It is absolute gridlock down here, and they're doing their best to keep everybody out and the streets cleared, and it is a very difficult proposition.
Bruce LeShan, thank you. Please stay in touch.
NBC News got it.
Oh, yeah? They did?
There's a network truck about 2 blocks down, 3 blocks down.
I see a SAT truck. Is that it?
Skip Brandon, former FBI special agent, stand by. We're going to go back to our Audrey Barnes, who is on the scene there near the Pentagon. Audrey, give us an update.
The update is police are here right in front of the Pentagon, not letting people get any further than this point. They're saying that another plane has been hijacked, and at this point it is now 10 minutes outside Washington, D.C., and police are telling me reports are that plane may be headed to the district, and they're speculating that it may actually be headed back here to the Pentagon.
Yeah, I'll give you an update on downtown. My daughter-in-law works at 25 Broadway, which is like 5 blocks from there.
Yeah.
They're all sitting in the offices with gas masks on.
Oh, my goodness.
She can't get out?
No.
Where are they getting gas masks from?
I guess they have them in it's a city office. I guess they have them on hand.
So you spoke to her inside the building?
No, my her mother did.
And she's sitting there with a gas mask
on? Yeah, they're all
on.
sitting with gas masks.
That's amazing.
This is nothing compared to what they could have done to us, and we gotta
And
go.
we're sitting around twiddling our thumbs.
We gotta we're gonna kick some serious ass. It's got to be.
New York City lacks in security because it's unbelievable that these planes were able to get through.
Yeah, well, how do you protect it?
I mean, how do you stop it?
How do you stop? You know how you stop it? You regularly go up. As soon as you hear of terrorism going on, you blow up the whole goddamn country. Why should we risk our way of life?
Exactly.
Let's teach these clowns a lesson.
Well, to remind you one more time, these terrorist attacks kept happening during, I think it was the Reagan administration, and he finally just sent bombs over to Libya. He bombed the country.
Yep. Right.
Exactly.
That's what you got to do.
That's enough.
It's very simple.
You want to keep these terrorists around, we're going to bomb you.
Until you get rid of them.
Somebody's paying a price, and he said, you're going to pay the price, and all of a sudden it stopped.
Right.
Because it wasn't worth the price.
That he exactly.
Oh, I'd blow up Iran, those clowns. The Palestinian, all of them, all these nudniks.
Afghanistan,
all
of them.
Big
that's
area.
where supposedly that's where Bin Laden
is.
Yeah.
They've been keeping him company.
It's a big joke. They keep these guys and these guys pay them off. Blow them all up and be done with them. And you know what? You won't miss a night's sleep. You won't.
Exactly.
And it's really as simple as they're children over there, and they're spoiled, and they've gotten comfortable.
All Pentagon employees have been evacuated from the area. Hundreds and hundreds of people have been ushered across the bridge and out of harm's way. As you can see, there are perhaps 50 different emergency vehicles still on the scene here. The fire is not out. Eyewitnesses tell us it looked like a 767 commercial aircraft that crashed into the Pentagon building this morning. There are bits of debris of that plane scattered across 27 across the lawn of the Pentagon into the woods. A couple of joggers said they even saw debris
Audrey, let me break it.
Let's
focus for a second on this developing situation. Help us sort out.
Certainly in more than 20 years of covering horrific events, this is something that I've never seen before. As we say, the emergency workers now beginning to try to gather themselves. Over there you can see a police emergency service unit. They're trying basically now to reestablish some kind of a safe perimeter. And many of the emergency workers basically just happy to be alive. Certainly that picture tells it all. Many of them just happy to be alive at this point, having survived what is an extraordinary event, the collapse of 2 towers. As we said earlier in our report, 110 stories each. I will tell you that what I saw fall had to be at least 40, 50 stories of that building at first. The skeleton was left at about, I would say, the 50th or 60th floor after the shell, after the structure of the building fell down. The skeleton, the steel skeleton, was literally sheaved off, and it took probably about another 30 seconds before the skeleton collapsed into the street. That was the last we saw of the World Trade Center, and that was maybe 10 minutes ago when that final skeleton, the metal skeleton, steel skeleton, collapsed into the street.
That was NBC's Pat Dawson again.
The Pentagon, if we do hear from them, we'll simply interrupt and let them get on talking. Yeah, Rebecca, do you hear me?
Yes, Peter, I hear you. I'm in the basement of the 815 Connecticut Avenue. It's a building across the block from the White House, across the park. You know where that is, next to the Chamber of Commerce. I had to come down here because, as you said, none of the cell phones are working. I'm in the engineer's office, and they've given us their phones to use. There's a real dichotomy here at the White House, Peter. Tourists who still are not fully aware of what's happening across the nation are standing there watching with curiosity. They keep getting moved back, but those of us who are inside the White House realize the severity of the situation. I was inside the White House this morning trying to gather information for you when we were told by a very nervous White House security staff that they feared a plane was headed to the White House, and we heard planes indeed overhead, and they quickly evacuated all of us out of the White House. Now, I just got off the phone with my own crying mother who was very worried about where I was, and I will tell other mothers and fathers of people who work at the White House and reporters who work at the White House that most of the White House has been evacuated. In fact, in the building where I am now, people have cordoned up other offices to try and coordinate the federal response to this. There are actually phone calls being placed to the legal counsel of the FAA from this building because they don't have cell phone connections. They are out of their offices. They are doing a good job of coordinating the federal response from here, but they are having to take all kinds of emergency measures to coordinate this response. But even the White House chef, who just days ago was preparing a lovely state dinner for President Fox of Mexico, I saw him and I tried to speak to him, and frankly, Peter, he was too rattled. He said he couldn't speak, and he was with his staff, and they were all very anxious and very worried because, of course, they did know what's going on in the country today.
Many thanks, Rebecca.
They want us to land. They just want us. They're evacuating 30 Rock, so they just want us to land. You want to go back and get your phone and stuff?
It's just smoke.
We felt the whole building shook.
In fact, our cameraman even put one of the captains in his car and drove him down to a command post. The people that you see here are pretty much all emergency workers. Many of them I've seen in the last 2 to 3 minutes.
Now we are...
Bill, we are getting reports from Dow Jones crossed the wires just about 60 seconds ago. Okay. Reports of a hijacked plane heading toward Washington.
And we should note that President Bush is not in Washington right
President
now.
Bush is not in Washington. He is en route to Washington right now on Air Force One from Sarasota, Florida. He cut short a trip there. But Bill, I'm sorry, I did not mean
that's
to
fine. I'm not logged in. Let me do that now so I can be up to date along with you.
Just me and Rafe standing by to where else you want us to go.
That sounds good.
Copy, stand by.
Get out the way! Hey, you gotta hunt your horn, man. Get people shots too.
I did. I got a few right.
Excellent. Yeah, you don't need to tell me how to shoot. You can do it yourself.
Everything south of the Brooklyn Bridge is in a dust cloud. There's no visibility. People all over the street. Travel is near impossible.
10-4 Division 1.
Who is saying what? Who is saying that another plane's been hijacked? Just sort that out.
Here,
please.
there's
Take
a.
your time.
Excuse me, officer. Can we talk to you for a second? That officer is the car just tried to sneak by here and is headed to the Pentagon building, and they're telling everybody. Let's see if I can get him to update us on exactly what the situation is here. Officer, we want to just find out what the situation is. We're told another aircraft is coming towards the Pentagon.
We have another threat, ma'am.
Breathing problems are the biggest problem for those who manage to make it safely out of
Oh my God, there's no more World Trade Centers.
You can't see much more than a block south of me right now. And the World Trade Center probably stands about 10 blocks south of where I am at this moment.
Dave Statter is at the Pentagon. Dave, can you hear me?
I hear you, Mike. The fire continues to burn out of control at the Pentagon. It looked like they were making some headway. We don't know if they had to pull back because of the threat that came in here, but right now there's still a great deal of fire inside the Pentagon at the moment. Firefighting operations may have ceased for a little bit because of the threat. The threat, again, which you've been talking about, is that there's some other plane that may have been hijacked. FBI agents on the scene here moved everybody they could away from the Pentagon, including us. There was a brief bit of panic as people ran, and they forced us out of the area. We're now a little bit further away, looking at the west side of the Pentagon near the heliport, the E-ring.
50th floor of the Millennium Hilton, and I was getting ready to call my wife. I heard the whine of a jet. An American Airlines jet hit the tower. I know about planes. It was either a 737 or a 757. I don't know if they fly the Airbus, but the engine configuration looked like it was a 737. It had the nose down. It was hauling ass. I looked up and I thought, what is this plane doing coming so fast? And it just slammed right into the first tower. Blam. Unbelievable. I think it was just from the heat of the fire. That's my guess. And when that happened, then they told us to get the hell out of the hotel.
Tell me your name.
My name's Doug Eisler. I'm from
your last name?
EISLER from Philadelphia.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
Absolutely not. I've seen at least 10 people fall to their death and just splat like a ripe tomato. It's awful. But I don't know who was at the controls or what was going on in the plane, but it was not a bomb. It was an American Airlines jet that crashed into the tower. Sure.
He's standing about 10 blocks from where the World Trade Center towers used to stand. You're looking at the collapse of one of those towers right now. We now have an AP News alert out of Pittsburgh. Officials at Somerset County Airport are confirming the crash of a large plane just north of the airport. That's about 80 miles southeast of Pittsburgh. Again, officials at Somerset County Airport confirm the crash of a large plane north of that airport, which is located about 80 miles to the southeast of the city of Pittsburgh. We do not know whether that crash of that plane is related to what has become an obvious terrorist attack both here in New York City and in Washington, D.C. at the Pentagon.
And Cindy, if you're still there, I just want to clarify, you're saying there's a plane down, a report of a plane down somewhere else in Pennsylvania?
Yes, we are getting that from CNN is reporting that there is a plane down in Pennsylvania, a large plane.
As well as now a fourth explosion at the site of the World Trade Center. You continue to look live at the scene. Across New York Harbor, what is left of the skyline is truly just smoke and ash right now. And parents, as you continue to watch with us, here's what Cindy had told us regarding children in that area.
The World Financial Center, everything is soot and smoke everywhere. Total evacuation. It's chaos down there, actually. It's terrible. You know people in there? Yes, I do, but we evacuated just before everything happened. I was in the Annex building. And
Howard, I'm here.
Oh, there he is. Okay, yeah, hi.
The police have gone up on the Williamsburg Bridge, and now people from there's a walkway that goes across the bridge. They're running back into Brooklyn. I don't know why, but they're running. They're not walking back.
What's going on, Tom? What did you just hear?
Saying that part of the Pentagon has collapsed.
Part of the Pentagon just collapsed. Wait.
Where they say a lot of senior officials' offices are. It continues to burn. I guess about 20, 30 minutes, sort of lost track of time. That whole middle section collapsed. That wasn't from the initial explosion, apparently from the great amount of fire there and the damage done when the plane hit.
Yeah, first of all, we were just in the building, and we was looking out the window because we saw the paper going around, and we were looking out. All of a sudden, we seen a plane come from this direction.
You on the same floor?
Yeah, remember I told you. I told you. We're right through this building right over here.
2 blocks away.
All right.
The second plane came from that side, right into the side.
Come on, let's go.
People trampling each other. It was terrible.
Were you inside or outside?
No, we were in this building next door on the 21st floor.
What'd you hear?
We came down and saw the explosion. We were downstairs when it exploded.
Did you see a plane?
Yes, coming from the left side of the building.
Any markings on it that you might recall?
No, it was so quick. Just out of nowhere. Boom.
And then
big. And then everybody started running, trampling each other. Like crazy. I mean, pocketbooks, tools, everything I had was out of my pockets. I went back and got it afterwards.
So you felt the explosion?
Yeah.
Did you feel the first one or hear the first one?
No. We just looked out the window. We were in the building and we said, "What, the Yankees win the World Series again?" It was like a ticker tape parade. We were joking around, and then we looked out the window and realized that the building was on fire. We didn't hear it whatsoever. Then we came down to check it out.
I saw it all.
Were you in the building?
I was.
Where's McDonald's? I'll find the other brothers. Just let's go. Get you guys down to fresh air.
Cooper, and if you just see that picture that was going by as Rebecca was talking, you get a real sense of what the urgency was in the White House. First of all, the White House police came walking out, and then people began to run out of the White House. In and of itself, astonishing, because we live with the notion that if there is any place in the United States which is fiercely protected, including an anti-aircraft battery, at least one on the roof of the White House itself, this is the place where the President and the Vice President, of course, are to be secure. Claire Shipman is on the phone from the White House. Claire, we are now looking at what appear to be fairly relaxed security officers on the roof of the White House, looking at in the distance as they always do, talking occasionally to each other. There doesn't seem to be a high level of tension there. What's it like on the ground?
Still have conflicting reports over what size plane hit. We heard one eyewitness tell us that it was a small plane that he seemed to see as he was coming across the 14th Street Bridge. Believe it or not, somebody else said they saw something as big as a 757. We just don't have the confirmation for you yet.
From the Associated Press, Dateline Pittsburgh, large plane crashes in western Pennsylvania's. They're citing officials at the Somerset County Airport who confirm it. Again, AP reporting and citing the Somerset County Airport.
On the ground with all the ash.
Yeah.
Everyone has been called into the... We hate to interrupt you. We've just been told.
A fourth explosion. Now in the area of the World Trade Centers. Obviously, neither tower still standing. We don't know the source of this fourth explosion, but we do have Cindy Hsu in the newsroom. Perhaps she can shed a little light on this for us, Cindy.
Can't tell you much about the fourth explosion. What I can tell you is happening right now. 20 minutes ago, a 767 from Pittsburgh was hijacked. We believe that plane is headed towards Washington or Northern Virginia. 767 from Pittsburgh was hijacked. Also, a plane has gone down in Pennsylvania. That's according to CNN. A plane down in Pennsylvania. And the Board of Elections, also on the elections, the Board of Elections has canceled today's primary. So voters stay at home. Board of Elections has canceled today's primary.
Dave, from your vantage point from where you are, you can't see any portion of the plane. Is that correct?
There was debris all over the place. In fact, I looked down. Mike Trammell, photographer, and Heather Cabot, a reporter here, said look down, and there was a small piece of what apparently
Hold
was
on,
the plane.
Dave.
Sure.
Hold on just a second.
You're working.
I was here earlier with the United States Marshal.
And did you hear anything?
I heard 2 explosions.
What'd you see?
A lot of fire, just what you're seeing right now.
Can you say anything to comfort those who are concerned about loved ones inside?
Let me find them first, okay?
Thank you.
Keep safe, all right?
What's up, guy? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Just getting your shirt.
All right?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks.
Got a bulletin from AP. A large plane has just crashed in western Pennsylvania. Again, the Associated Press is reporting a large plane has just crashed in western Pennsylvania.
When we get you into Stuyvesant High School. That's what I was just saying. It's only a block away.
I'm at the corner of West.
Why don't you come with us too? All right? This ain't no place to...
We have someone on the phone. I couldn't get the name. Tell me who you are, please. Dr. Gerald Post is joining us by phone. Dr. Post, your reactions?
Well, the coordinated nature of this attack makes it clear we're not just talking about an isolated group, and I'm sure the dominant suspicion, although no responsibility has been claimed, will be with the Al-Qaeda network of Osama bin Laden. It's really. When I turned on television, I must say, I thought it was some sort of fantasy movie.
Right.
Be now, pal. You all want to pull?
It was that one. It was about o'clock north. It was like a cloud. It was walking a cloud. My mask on.
I don't know how to describe this. I don't know what to tell you first. But when that building came down, we were a couple of blocks.
You all right?
And I'm fine, thank you. Are you okay?
The clouds are coming
An incredible cloud of debris and smoke completely engulfed us. We couldn't breathe. We broke down the door to a building just to get out from the cloud. We couldn't breathe. Thank you. No, we couldn't breathe. We couldn't see. It was pitch black. We're just going into a corner restaurant that's allowing us. And it was as though, I swear I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like this. This whole place looks like a war zone. There's debris everywhere. It's hard to breathe. And when that cloud came at us, I could feel it, the force of it. And it was as though, an instinct took over. We just had to breathe. And
Ashley, we're gonna let you collect yourself.
Right.
Obviously, the priority to anyone who was watching in the New York City area, stay safe.
Do we do anything as a terrorist expert? What should be our response? Since so far, no group has claimed responsibility. What should we be doing now?
Well, the first effort, obviously, apart from responding to this multiple site attack, is to identify who is responsible. Having said that, as we saw with the embassy bombings, in fact, I was recently involved in the trial in
Dr.
federal
Post,
court.
let me interrupt you for a second.
Indeed, reports from the Federal Aviation Administration that there are possibly 1 or 2 more planes that have been hijacked this morning and are still missing. When you think of the number of aircraft that crisscross the United States, not to mention fly overseas every day.
Bus coming in there, pretty quick.
Gotta keep this area open, sir. Could you please stand to the side?
Apparently he'll be ready shortly. I'm also getting word, Sue, right now off the wire. A story out of Pittsburgh has it on the AP wire that a large plane has crashed in western Pennsylvania. Officials at Pittsburgh Somerset County Airport have confirmed that as well.
Marty, quick, look. Helping the lady out. Come on, let's get her. Microphone on.
No, I wasn't in the building. I was walking downtown on Hudson Street, and I saw the first plane coming in. I work at 2 World Trade Center at Morgan Stanley, and we saw the plane that hit number 1.
Broadway, Vesey Street, Fulton Street, heavy debris, a huge dust cloud, people all around. We have not gotten to the scene yet, Ken.
Saw earlier and can see now there's a gaping hole in the west side of the Pentagon where a great deal of fire continues to burn here at the E-ring, the west side, near the heliport of the Pentagon. But the biggest problem here is solid information.
No, we're safer staying here than trying to walk. MSNBC World Headquarters from the Associated Press, Dateline Pittsburgh, large plane crashes in western Pennsylvania. They're citing officials at the Somerset County Airport who confirm it. Again, AP reporting and such.
Keep walking. Take it easy, breathe slow. Normal, breathe normal. Well, flying fucking day this is, huh? What are you thinking? Unbelievable. Never seen anything like it in my life. I don't know. Never gone through it.
Able to clue us in on that, Mike?
CBS is reporting that there's been another hijacking. A 737 unknown what airline has been hijacked. CBS is reporting that plane is now circling Dulles International Airport. Again, CBS reporting another hijacking. 737 passenger jet has been hijacked. The report is it's now circling in the area of Dulles International Airport.
Officer, this camera is making them slow down. Seconds are at stake, lives are at stake.
Away from Pat Dawson on the west side of the Trade Towers, NBC's Rick Sanchez joins us on the phone. He's also in Lower Manhattan. Rick, what do you got?
Well, here's the most desperate situation for these people. I just had 5 firefighters come to me, many of them in tears because they've lost so many of their fellow firefighters, and one of them, as I was listening, had his radio on, Lester, and you could literally hear firefighters that are still trapped in all that rubble crying, saying things like, "Get me out, someone get to me." The sense here is that there are still people somehow in that rubble. Some of them may be firefighters, as well as some of the other office workers who usually work in that building. The firefighters, as you might imagine, are extremely desperate desperate about this situation. People they work with.